Welcome, Ms. Villarreal. Please come in and sit down. It is a pleasure for our institution to have you in this interview today.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to me.
I want to tell you that we won't have made a decision before interviewing all the teachers. At this time, in this interview, I will be talking with you about the vacancy that we have for an English teacher. So, I would like to ask you some questions regarding the vacancy as an English teacher.
Of course.
First of all, tell me about your life, Miss Villarreal.
Okay, about my personal information, yes?
Yes, that you want.
Okay. Okay, so I'm Alexa Villarreal. I'm 26 years old. I am from Barranquilla, but I live in Bogota here with my family since 3 years ago. So I am not a mother, no yet, but I have a lot of experience with children, with adolescents. Really, since I was really young, I have a pet. So I have a lot of hobbies. I like traveling a lot. I like no, I love teaching completely, and I have very patient about different things like reading, so cooking, and my favorite color is purple. So I don't know what do you want to know more about myself.
It's a no, teacher. Teacher, tell me, how long have you been teaching English?
I have been teaching English 7 years ago with the preschool, primary, secondary, and academic, English academic.
Thank you, teacher. In this part of the interview, I will be listening. Why do you want to teach in our institution?
Okay, so I consider that I am a good teacher. But about this institution, why I want to teach? Because this institution I can look some information and some reference on internet, and I have very good reference. I think that is a good opportunity, other excellent opportunity in my life that I can continue improve my skills so I can continue grow about my professional skills.
Okay, good answer, teacher. I'm pleasant that you think we are good in this. Teacher, what do you think? What makes you a good fit for this school as an English teacher?
Okay, so I am inspired by this school for educational excellence and for encourage creativity through its renowned program of teaching learning English. So I am extremely motivated to help with my teaching strategy. I am very didactic. I feel confident that I could help your students improve their scores, have a better opportunities, and have a good experience. Have a good experience with the English because through the years it's very really common that you hear that math and English are the worst when you are in the school, in the primary, in the secondary, and that is not the idea. The idea is the student can feel comfortable and can feel that if you learn a foreign language, in this case the English, that is really important in the world, have excellent opportunities in their life.
Of course, teacher. Maybe some people say, no, I am afraid of English, but really it's not difficult. Maybe they have problems with, I don't know, teachers or I don't know, but it is good that you inspire a confidence for the students. Teacher, from your point of view, what characteristics do students want their English teachers to possess?
A teacher that needs flexibility, patience, patience, to teach is really important. So I remember that when I was a student, I have a good moment with my teacher that really understand my different situation. So when you teach a foreign language, a different language, in our case, is really common, is really normal that the student have problems, have difficulties, or need to help. So it's important that a teacher in this moment, in this world, in these years that the times are not really good for the different moment that we can pass through the world in general, the teacher we need to be a lot of patient. We need to be really confident with our student. No like a friend. No, it's no. That's the idea. Is I consider that like a teacher we can't be a friend of our student, but it's important to create an excellent environment with them.
Yes, of course. Teachers are not friends. Teachers are teachers. Confidence is important, Miss Villarreal, but you have limits, no?
Of
And the
course,
student has
completely.
limits too. In your opinion, Miss Villarreal, how does a teacher personality affect their success teaching a second language?
Okay, so like I mentioned before, teachers need to have flexibility, patience, self-discipline is all really important to reach their students. So, and it's important must be able to after their styles because you remember that all the student learns in different ways. So it's important to be a little, I don't know. So I really invite open mind.
Of course, teacher. Each student is a word, different words, no, and
Yes,
different minds.
yes, of course.
Ms. Villarreal, what role do you think discipline play in teaching English? It's very important, this question.
Yes. So, English is a language, yes, of course, like our Spanish or other whatever language in the world. But it is also when we have to have discipline to learn it. In my teaching learning process as a teacher, I encourage my students to know the importance to understand that foreign language with a lot of respect and discipline in the classroom.
Thank you. Thank you, teacher. Teacher, do you think parents should be involved in the education of students?
Of course, it's so really important. It's so really necessary because the school is the second house. The first house is the house of the students. So it's so really necessary that the parents be involved in the education.
And according your last answer, your previous answer, how do you incorporate parents into your subject?
Okay, my subject about the English is really interesting. But I believe that engaging with parents and making sure that they have an active role in their children's success. So it's important to learn a new language. I think that the first thing is if the parents can study English too is amazing. It's perfect. It's no, it's necessary that pay attention, really careful, pay attention to the present their children's. So it's possible that I'll give parents part of my free time so they can get in touch with me, ask questions, they have about their children is performing. It can give me to help that they can support their process is important too. How is the process in their house? How is the environment? And I need the help, the parents that give the motivation and the disciplines their children to continue studying English and feel comfortable with this learning.
Yes, teacher. It's important to give information to parents, no? Because by this way, people know how are their their sons, their children's. It's very important. It's very important. Communication is very important through different ways with parents, because they want to know about the academic process of
The
their children, their
performance.
sons. Yeah.
Yes.
Teacher, what do you believe? What do you believe is the role of technology in the English classes?
Oh my God, it's so really indispensable. It's
Mm,
no important. It's so really indispensable in these times because we need to remember that in this moment we are in the technological area in the world. So if you connect the English with the technology, we can have amazing result with the student and the teacher too. So the technology in the English class can be valuable tool in helping students learn this foreign language. If we use the social media with words, we can have friends from different parts of the world thanks to the globalizations. So students should be able to use the technology for learning a foreign language is so really mandatory because we want to, according to the this century, the 2021, yes, 21st century that we are here in this moment, give to them the assignments that require advanced use of the technology to complete the work. So we can use different platform activities, exercise, tags, worksheets, music. We can use. I really like to use a lot let me remember exactly the word. The material, but not the material created by the teacher or for educate
yeah.
authentic material. I really like
Worksheets.
to use no, when remember that we have two kinds of material. We have the no authentic and authentic material. So authentic material is, for example, songs create but native. When you hear and when you use that, it's better because you connect with the culture. When you teach and when you learn a foreign language, you really are not learning about a foreign language. You are learning about a new culture. So when you listen, when you hear a song that is for a native, when you hear video books and movies, and you practice your listening, your speaking with a foreign people, I think that is better than if you practice with material created by the teacher because it is completely authentic material for this language.
Yeah, material by their own made, no? Uh,
Exactly.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And nowadays you see that we are in the 21st century, and we are, according to globalization, we are citizens of the world. No of this country, no of this city. We are citizens of the world. And this is technology is very, very important because, as you say, maybe you can have a native friends from different parts of the world, and maybe in these parts people speak English. No.
Yes, of course, because the English is the second. It's not the first. It's
Yeah,
the
but
second. It's the second most important language in the world through the globalization. Yes, of
it's the
course.
language of business, no?
Yes, of business, of trading, of globalization, of the big cities. The big cities and the big countries obviously speak English.
Yeah. Teacher, how would your past students and peers describe you?
My past students and peers, I am sure that they had Excellent imagines that me because I am encouraged, creative, inspiring. I am a good person, not only a good student. I think that before you are a good professional, you need to be an excellent person, like in your family, like in the community, in your personal life, and your values. So I am very didactic. I am very I am very happiness and I am very talkative. So I talkative a lot with my student, with my peers, and I think that is a good way that we can have a good environment in the class. So I completely true. If you look information and reference to me with my last jobs, with my last student or peers, you had a good reference about me.
Thank you, teacher. Thank you. I I hope you will be a good teacher and, as you say, a good and excellent person. Yeah, this is
Thank you
the
so much.
this is the essence of the teacher. Yeah, and uh, good teachers are good persons. Teacher, taking into account your methodology, how do you think students will be getting your English classes?
Okay, about my last experience. So I teach this language, my desires, my love for children, for adolescents, for I like to teach. Really, I like to teach. I feel happy. I feel comfortable when I teach. So I effort a lot in my classes. So I will be successful in the process of teaching English to elementary and school children. Or if in some case you need to in primary, it's possible too. Or with the preschooler, you know what when you teach in the preschooler is completely different. Deep love, like when you are a teacher in the preschooler maybe and the students feel like you are a mother, a friend, a sister. So it's a beautiful and amazing experience.
Thank you, teacher. Thank you for your answers. Okay, Miss Villarreal, that's all for this interview. Thank you. Thank you. Really, really thank you very much again for attending this meeting today. We will be evaluating this job interview, and as I told you in the beginning of the job interview, we won't have made a decision before interviewing all the teachers. Okay,
Thank
teacher?
you so much. Yes,
You
of
agree?
course. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure, Mr. Sanchez, and I will be attend.
Okay, I hope you'll see next days, and I hope you work with us in our institution.
Oh, thank you so much. I hope that. Good day.
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Okay.